Hey y'all, this is Sam from the Roots of Change Agency, and today my dog and I are in Nashville, Tennessee. We are traveling the country to expose what the media doesn't talk about, which is what's really happening in this country. We have already been in El Paso, we've been in Austin, we've been on indigenous reservation territory in Arizona and New Mexico. We were at the Cesar Chavez Monument in California. We've been in Oklahoma, and we are now heading east. But what I wanted to share is tease out that we are going on this trip. So if you want to get the full exposure of how our trip and all of the things that we are learning, and also the past that is coming back to me. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, around many of the current authoritarians who are making the decisions in our government. So I really understand how the authoritarian style right-wing think, but I also really understand just people. I understand the southern aspect, the western, like people in the West, people in California, people on the East Coast. You know, we're all made up of humans. And we're all very complex, and we're also very simple. And so what I want to do is really talk about that and expose, all of the different experiences that I have with people every single day that people don't normally get exposure to. So we are going to be on this trip. We're going to be digging into the tech issues. We're going to be digging into white supremacy and the history of this country. We're going to be talking about indigenous rights and land rights and the agriculture and the climate and the ecosystem that we are all living in. I'm really excited. It's been a very fun and illuminating trip. And I just am excited to share more with you about what we're learning. Before we do that, I did want to reshare one of our more popular podcast episodes because the economics of it all is really hitting right now. And we released that podcast, I don't know, in March, I think, to be honest, I can't remember. We released that because of what was coming. And so now we are really experiencing that economic reality that I was talking about in the podcast, particularly with the new big, beautiful bill that was passed. People are going to lose their health care. People are going to fall through the cracks. People are already falling through the cracks. So many people have fallen through the cracks. The amount of unhoused folks that I have met on this trip is astounding, but also not surprising to me as someone who has been living in the Bay Area for some time. This is real. This is what's really happening. So we're going to play that episode for you today. Next week we have an awesome episode with Sharon Hurley Hall where we talk about Substack and creative writers and independent creators and how we can secure our content and our data and support our audiences better. And then we're going to get out on the road and talk about these things. So very excited for you to come on the road with me and with Bear, who is very also excited to get out on the road because he is very sleepy and he will be napping.